Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So friends, today I'm going to start a new series of Web API. So in this series, I'm going to cover everything for that Web API. So you will learn all the things like what is the Web API, how can we develop Web API, what are the benefits of the Web API, and when we can use Web API. So everything I'm going to cover in this session. So in this session, I'm going to cover introduction, and in this series, I'm going to cover all the things, okay, related to Web API. So in this session, I'm going to cover introduction of the Web API. So as we know that API stands for Application Programming Interface. So API is actually some kind of interface which is having a set of functions. So in API, we can create some functions. With the help of that function, we can fetch some data from the database or we can use some logic using the code. So here I'm going to cover through the MVC when we will create the API with the help of the controller model. Okay. So in this API, we can get the data from the database, we can apply some logic, and we can use entity framework, link you, everything. Okay. So with the help of this one, we can get the data from that backend, and then we can use this API in our you can see that web functions or web applications. We can use this API in desktop applications. We can use this in Android applications. We can use this iOS application. So this API is not platform dependent. So what is the use of this web API? Suppose I'm going to create a result card for any student. Okay. So I have an application, a web application. In this application, I'm going to publish a report card of any student. So in that case, I want to publish same result on our iOS application and in Android application. So in that case, I can create a common web API, and then that web API we can consume using our .NET web applications. We can use in iOS and we can use it Android application. So you can see that we have created only one web API, but we can use it in multiple platforms. So this is the basic use of the web API. So this was the basic understanding that why we are using web API. So here we can see that what is the web API. Introduction is in ASP.NET Core, we can use two approaches for building HTTP API. So API we can create using two approaches. One is minimal APIs and second one is the controller based APIs. Okay. So in this session, I'm going to cover all these things related to controller based APIs. So, however, it is recommended that if we are creating new web API projects, then we can create projects using minimal APIs as they provide a simplified, high performance approach for building APIs with minimal code and configuration. As you know that we have already created many APIs applications. Okay. So if we are having any existing projects, then we can use controller based APIs and we can update that projects. But if we are going to create a new application for that web API, so in that case, we should prefer minimal APIs functionality. Okay. So minimal APIs are the recommended approach for building fast HTTP APIs with ASP.NET Core because minimal API provide us functionality to build fully functioning REST endpoint with minimal code and configuration. And we can skip traditional scaffolding and avoid unnecessary controller by fluently declaring API routes and action if we are creating new API project. Suppose we have required to create a new application, new web API. Okay. So in that case, we should follow minimal API because if we are following controller-based API, so in that case, we need to create some controller, we need to create some action method, we need to follow API routes, so etc. So in that case, we can follow that approach, minimal APIs. But if we are having any existing project, then we can use controller-based APIs. So here we can see that in what scenario we should do what thing. Okay. Suppose As we know that ASP.NET Core supports a controller-based approach where controller are classes that derive from the controller base. This approach follows traditional object-oriented patterns. So this is the existing approach which we are using since a long time. So this type of APIs can be preferred. So this type API means controller-based API. When we should prefer controller-based APIs? So you can see here that are the scenario. When we need to create large applications with complex business logic. Large applications, you can see that there are multiple large applications, or we can say that if we are working in some ERP applications, so in ERP, you can see that there are already very large applications. So in that scenario, we can prefer controller-based application. When we are having team which is familiar with the MVC pattern, suppose you are having a team and you are working in an ERP firm or ERP software company, then you are having a team with having the MVC pattern knowledge only. So in that case, we can use this one, this pattern, MVC pattern. So it will not harm us. Okay, so we can create MVC pattern also. And when we are having a specific requirement, or sometimes we are having some specific requirements to follow that specific MVC feature. So in that case, we can also use that MVC pattern. But if we are going to create a new project, a new requirement we are having, then in that case, we should follow that one new pattern. So the ASP.NET Web API is a framework provided by the Microsoft that provide us facility to create web APIs. HTTP-based services. So the ASP.NET Web API is an ideal platform which provides us to build RESTful services with the .NET framework. So if you are familiar with .NET framework, you have already knowledge of the C# programming language. So in that case, if you are having some requirement to create web API, so in that case, we can use this framework. So these web API services we can create as per our requirement and can be consumed by a variety of the client. As I have already told you that we can use these web API in multiple platforms. Like if we are using through the browser, so we can see that we can use web applications. Okay, in mobile applications we can also use and we can consume these APIs in Android or iOS users. Desktop application we can also consume these APIs in Windows applications and IoTs, etc. So there are something more which we need to know before development of that web API. If we are going to create some web API application, then in that case, before creating this, we should ensure that we should have basic knowledge of this below, like C# programming language. As we know that ASP.NET Web API is a framework where we need to write the code using C#. So we should have a good understanding of C#, including control, flow, classes, structure, objects, collection, generics, exception handling, and asynchronous programming, etc. We should have this knowledge so that we can create easily web APIs. Entity framework and link queue, we should also have this knowledge. Why? Because with the help of this, we can connect to our database and we can get or we can fetch the data from the database and we can provide this data to our application user. As when we need to get data from the database, then we need to create data-driven APIs. So knowledge of entity framework and ORM for that it is also required. Okay, we can also use LinkU for querying database within the .NET environment. Suppose, as I have given you one example, I want to create some report card of any student. So in that case, details of all that student marks and student details are saved in our database. So we need to fetch the data from the database, and we can also apply some conditions like we are going to calculate percentage, we are going to calculate grade, everything. So these things we can perform in our database level or we can perform also in our code level. So in that case, in that scenario, we need to connect to database. So that we need to have knowledge, entity framework and link view. And database knowledge, it is also important to have basic understanding of database concept. So if we are going to create some database, so this is also required that we should have at least basic knowledge of this database, like what database, how we are going to create some tables, and in tables so we are going to create primary key or default key, everything. So like this, we should have database knowledge also. Okay. So these things are, we can say that these are the prerequisite to start any project for the web API development. So in this session, I'm going to cover all of this. So I think, and I'm sure that you have the basic knowledge or basic understanding that what web API is and why should we use web API. And in next session, I will cover that how can we create first web API project. So I will show you that live demo that we are going to create this web API project.